Welcome back to my series, Dance Mums Unedited. This is the series where I discuss production notes written by the producers of Dance Mums. These notes show us what happened behind the scenes of particular episodes. Today we're looking at Season 6, Episode 11. As always, there will be a link in the description box below which will take you to a PDF of these notes so that you can read through them in further detail. Because there was more to this episode than the producers cared to show. The week begins with Melissa and Maddie entering the ALDC early to prepare for the People's Choice Awards. Melissa asks Maddie if she misses Mackenzie, and Maddie says that LA is much more peaceful without her. Melissa says that Mackenzie seems happy to be back in Pittsburgh this week, where she's dancing with her competition team. Melissa is thrilled that Maddie has been nominated alongside Ruby Rose, Bella Thorne, Kylie Jenner, and Cara Delevingne. Maddie is also excited, but she doesn't think that she stands a chance against them. She explains that she will be okay if she doesn't win, but Abby retorts that they're not attending the awards for the experience or to have fun, and she insists that Maddie had better win. Why can't Abby just let Maddie enjoy this day without weighing her down with her crazy expectations? Since there are only 3 mini dancers left on the team, Abby brings in Jeannie Quinn and her 3 daughters Kaylee, Rihanna, and Coco. Holly, Jess, and Ashley warmly welcome them. Jess informs them that the minis are a hot mess and need all the help that they can get. Jill asks Jeannie if Abby's tacky new sign is what brought them into the studio. Jess is in disbelief that Abby would ruin her studio with a sign that reveals how desperate she is for new kids. When Melissa explains that Mackenzie is in Pittsburgh this week, Ashley thinks that it's sad that she will miss out on Maddie's People's Choice Awards experience. Melissa dismisses her, and Jess and Jill explain that Mackenzie should have her own life apart from Maddie. Jess questions where Kira is this week, and Melissa explains that Kira isn't back yet, and won't be for another week. Holly is frustrated that Melissa claimed that last week would be the last time that she watched Kalani, and yet Kira is still not in LA. Jess insists that the mums deserve to know the truth about Maddie's status on the team, and Melissa claims that Maddie will be returning. Holly asks Melissa why magazines like US Weekly are reporting that Maddie is moving on. Melissa becomes annoyed with the other mums, claiming that she will let them know when Maddie's future plans are more set. I can't help but wonder if it was production who leaked this information to the media to stir up drama. Melissa has recently claimed that one of the conditions of her leaving the show was that she wasn't allowed to tell the other cast members. So it's possible that they wanted to put Melissa in this awkward position to make her look defensive and shady. Abby hugs Kaylee Quinn, telling the mums that Jeannie's kids may be better than their kids. Jeannie says that Abby made the right choice in inviting them, saying that being on TV, the Quinns will help her brand. Abby retorts that it's the other way around, insisting that her brand will help the Quinns. Then the cast begins to film Pyramid. On the bottom is Kenzie, followed by Kalani, Jojo, Nia, Kendall, Bryn, and placed on top is Maddie. Oddly enough, there's no record of Abby switching Nia to be higher on the pyramid, like we see in the episode. When Abby reveals Kalani on the pyramid, she criticises her for missing the opportunity to perform in Bittersweet Charity. I can't believe that Abby is still holding this against Kalani. It was 2 weeks ago and she couldn't dance due to a serious back injury. She assigns the minis a group dance called the Monsters. The elites get the group dance the Vultures. Jojo is assigned her solo Own It, and Maddie's solo is called the People's Choice or Not. At the bleachers, Ashley asks the mini-mums how they feel about Jeannie. Sari believes that Jeannie thinks her daughters are too good for the team. Jeannie explains that Abby told them that the minis were goofing off, and that they needed her daughters to stay on track. She admits that Kaylee would much prefer to dance with the junior elite team. The mums think that Abby needs help with her brand, given the new signs that she put up out the front. Jeannie admits that she would even be willing to stand out the front wearing a monkey suit and holding up a sign to draw in more customers. Meanwhile, Maddie and Melissa get ready and leave for the People's Choice Awards in a limo. Jill admits that she's disappointed that the girls can't go with Maddie to support her. Holly points out that Abby gets to celebrate with them, while the rest of them are forced to stay back and rehearse. She questions how any of this works with the moratorium on activities outside of dance. Abby brings Bryn into her office and begins to get her ready to be her guest to the People's Choice Awards. When she and Abby walk out of the room, the mums fall silent. Abby explains to Ashley that she's taking Bryn with her, and Jill begins to complain that Abby would take Bryn over everyone else. Jill then claims that those tickets were meant for her and that she deserves to have them. The mums think that Abby looks foolish, because after Melissa left, Ashley did nothing but criticise her. Abby caves in, agreeing that it wouldn't make sense to invite Bryn if Ashley only had negative things to say about Melissa. Ashley blames the mums for ruining Bryn's night. Over the next hour, Abby tries to invite every other girl, but they all decline her invitation, not wanting to upset Bryn. Abby admits that she didn't choose Kendall first because she's stubborn and doesn't always do what Abby tells her to do. Holly tells Bryn and Ashley that Bryn should just go with Abby and enjoy herself. But when Ashley takes Bryn over to Abby, Abby insists that she's not taking any of them anymore. What a mess. And we know that this was only part of the drama, given that in the episode itself, we see that at one point Jill was even invited. The following day, Holly claims that she brought a surprise for Jeannie. Since she said yesterday that she'd be willing to stand out the front wearing a monkey suit and holding up a sign, Holly says that she brought along the materials to make that happen. This is clearly something that production would organise in order to humiliate the new mum. Quite often when they pull things like this, they'll get the mums to pretend that it was their idea to avoid breaking the fourth wall. Melissa brags about Maddie's win yesterday, saying that Lea Michele wants Maddie to appear on Scream Queens. She claims that the president of the People's Choice Awards told her that they have never seen fans vote for a person as much as they did for Maddie. The mums informed Melissa of the drama yesterday over Abby inviting Bryn to the People's Choice Awards. Melissa questions why Bryn would be invited, since Kendall and Nia have been on the team with Maddie for years. Ashley says that Abby went alone to the show, and Jill accuses Bryn of wasting a ticket. Ashley insists that the only reason why Bryn didn't go was because their behaviour led Abby to uninvite her. Holly concludes that Bryn was a pawn in Abby's game, and that Abby probably didn't invite Kendall because she recently made a music video without Abby. Jill and Jess accuse Ashley of being a liar, and of knowing of Abby's plan the whole time. Jeannie and her girls enter, and Kaylee begins to stretch with the junior elite team. Melissa asks Jeannie who invited her to the elites rehearsals, and Jeannie explains that since Kaylee is 11, she wants to dance with the juniors. Jill asks how Kaylee feels about the mini group, and Jeannie admits that Kaylee feels that the choreography is too immature for her. When Abby arrives, Jess questions her about uninviting Bryn. Abby claims that the mums got so offended that she decided to take the invitation back. Holly tells Abby that this wouldn't have happened if Kendall didn't make a YouTube video without her approval. Abby deflects, claiming that Maddie's outfit last night could have been better. Holly shows Jeannie the monkey suit, and Jeannie excitedly leaves to go change into it. Once dressed, she goes out the front to jump, yell, and flip her sign in order to attract more customers. Abby, however, is not amused with these antics, refusing to acknowledge what's going on. The mums persuade Jeannie to go show Abby her costume, but Abby rudely kicks her out of her office. When the minis change into their costumes, Kaylee rolls her eyes and stomps into the studio. Sari then explains that during the People's Choice Awards, Kira cryptically tweeted that Abby's date shouldn't be a dancer who could care less. Ashley is furious that Kira would say this about Bryn, pointing out that Kira doesn't care since she hasn't been in LA for months. Sari calls Lynn Faye, begging her to come back to the mini team because the Quins are horrible additions to the team. Lynn says that she can't come today due to a sick family member, but she will come to the competition to watch the girls. When the minis take a break, Jeannie pulls Kaylee aside. Kaylee explains that she isn't going full out because it's just rehearsals. She insists that she doesn't think she's too good for the minis. Jess and Jojo tell Kaylee that Jojo was willing to take on any dance that she was given. They say that dance is about playing a part, and that Kaylee needs to take advantage of this opportunity. When the minis leave, the juniors report that they can't stand the Quinn sisters. They believe that they're ungrateful, and think that they're better than the other girls. Abby also reports that she can't stand their attitudes, saying that it will end their careers. The next day begins with the girls heading inside, and the mums staying outside to gossip. Ashley tells the mums that after rehearsals last night, Jeannie declared on Kaylee's social media that Abby's studio was a terrible environment. Ashley claims that Kaylee's disappointment in not being on the junior team spread to her sisters as well. Meanwhile, Abby and Maddie speak in Abby's office. Maddie lets Abby know that on the red carpet she addressed the rumours of her leaving and told everyone that she would be finishing out the season. Abby tells Maddie that acting is like competing and quitting dance would be detrimental to her career. Then the Quins arrive. Jeannie explains that they have come to say goodbye. Kerry is furious that they learned about her resignation through social media and that they're quitting the day before the competition. Jeannie says that she's not the first one to quit, referring to Chloe. Melissa laughs, saying that Jeannie has no idea about the Lucasiacs. Jeannie claims that her daughters decided to quit because they don't like Abby. Inside, Gianna and the girls are trying to work out why the girls want to quit. Kalani suggests that they finish out the week, and Rihanna immediately says no because she's scared of Abby. Kaylee says that she doesn't want to stay because she's in the mini dance. Nia explains that there's no need to be scared of Abby, and Peyton admits that she spaces out when Abby yells. Jill and Melissa go get Abby, who thanks the Quins for coming, but sends them outside, telling them to leave. Abby tells the mums that Kaylee, Coco, and Rihanna aren't as good as they think they are. She tells the minis that they can make their group dance into a trio, or add 2 of her other students, Jordan and Sammy, into the dance. This gives Abby the idea to put her 2 dancers into a duet to go up against the trio and try and earn a place on the mini team. As the minis rehearse, Peyton forgets a part and begins to cry. Sari also begins to cry because she is having trouble finding a nurse to take care of her son for the night, and now Abby is raising the stakes by pitting her dancers against their trio. Melissa informs the mums that Kalani will be going back to Arizona after the competition to attend her grandfather's funeral, and that Kira won't be back next week either. Jess and Ashley question if Kira is telling the truth. They begin snooping online for information about her, and Ashley discovers that Kira's real name is Kirsten Salazar. Jill is shocked that this is the first time that they've heard her real name. Competition begins with the mini and junior mums discussing the stakes for the week. Ashley reminds the mini mums that they haven't won a competition yet. Jess thinks that the mini mums are delusional and that Abby is clearly setting their kids up. When the girls enter, the team asks Maddie about the rumours that she is quitting. Maddie tells them that she will always be an ALDC dancer, but is non-committal about what this means for the team. Ashley asks Maddie if she wanted Bryn to go with Abby to the People's Choice Awards. Maddie admits that she would have preferred for Abby to take another date. While Maddie stretches, Kendall asks her again if she is leaving. Maddie admits to her that it's inevitable that she will leave to pursue other jobs, but once again she says that she will always be an ALDC dancer. The mums realise that pictures of them arriving at the competition have already been posted to social media, and they claim that their stalker is here. Abby is mad, claiming that people should be coming to her studio to see the girls, not looking at an Instagram account for free. Soon after Maddie and Jojo perform their solos, the mums find the dancers on Instagram. They think that their so-called stalker is sitting close to the judges' table. Abby and the mums talk to the competition employees, who admit that they've been confiscating cameras all day. Abby is mad, claiming that these videos are taking away business from her studio. They re-enter the auditorium and confront Carrie, who runs the YouTube channel Camo Dance. Abby yells at her, threatening legal action. Carrie then sobs and tries to apologise to Abby, but Abby says that she looks disgusting and that she is a sick person. Ashley tries to console Carrie, but Abby screams at her once again to leave her and her team alone. She blocks Carrie's path and begins to scream that it's either her or Carrie, and that one of them has to leave. Whoa, this whole blow-up was over a couple of videos posted to social media? Carrie was far from the only fan doing this at the time, and Abby's reaction to her here is way over the top. It's crazy that she complained so much about the Quinn sisters having entitled attitudes this week, and then she turns around and treats a fan like this. People at this competition have claimed that they saw this go down, and that production made Carrie do an interview. The whole experience would have been very humiliating and terrifying, and I'm sure that when she arrived at the competition she didn't intend for anything like this to happen. Then Lynn and Kendall Faye arrive, but the mini-mums are frustrated. They blame the Fays for leaving them and putting them in their current predicament with the Quins. Lynn explains that she had a family emergency, but the other mums don't care. Meanwhile, Abby is crying to the junior mums about her work. She claims that her business isn't flourishing, and that the stress makes her want to throw it all away. Lynn apologises to Abby for not being there this week, and begins to cry that she let them down. She explains her family emergency, and Abby gets emotional too. The mums tell Lynn that they have sacrificed so much over the last few years, and that this was all a part of being on the team. The mums begin to fight, and Abby admits that she may not want a mini-team after all. The mini-mums beg her not to throw away the team. Abby insists that she is a good teacher, and begins to cry again about how tired she is. The mini-duet needs help with their costumes, so Abby, Jess, and Jill jump in to help. No one seems to help the minis though, who are pushed into a corner of the room to run their dance. The mini-mums are upset that the duet is taking precedence over their team, and Kerry cries in frustration. Chatting amongst themselves, the mini-mums threaten to leave after the competition. Kerry calls Abby out for not caring, and Abby reminds her that she taught Peyton for free last night. Kerry then physically blocks Abby from approaching her daughter, daring her to yell at her daughter one more time. Kerry is left to console her upset daughter just minutes before they perform on stage. After the rest of the ALDC performances, awards begin. The mini trio comes second, and the duet comes first in the petite duo trio division. The junior group wins the junior group category. Jojo comes second in the junior solos, and Maddie wins both the teen solo and overall solo categories. In the green room, Abby doesn't commit to keeping or getting rid of the mini team. Kerry apologises for how she spoke to Abby. Ashley tells Jess that Jojo wasn't really owning it with her second place routine. Jess snaps back that Jojo is just fine. The week concludes with Ashley claiming 2 of the trophies that were left behind in the green room. And with that, we've reached the end of episode 11. What was the craziest part of the week? The People's Choice drama, the Quinn sisters, or Abby's behaviour towards Carrie? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.